Hello there, my name is Vladimir. Welcome to my home studio. Today we are checking out the Ibanez AZ Prestige. As you may or may not know, I'm a big fan of the Ibanez AZ series. I was really interested in them when they were announced, I think at NAMM 2018, not 100% sure about that. And then I got to try them at TGU 18 at Thomann store. And then my suspicions, I think, were confirmed that these guitars fit my hand really well. I have a kind of soft spot for Ibanez because I think my second or third guitar ever was an Ibanez, and then I had a few more. I love the RG350, I think, the white one, the kind of really affordable one. Then I had the S Series 520, I think, and I might have had some other Ibanez as well. Oh yeah, I've had the semi-hollow Ibanez as well at some point, which I also liked a lot. And they're just good guitars in any price range, but this AZ series is something a bit more special. The exact model of this guitar is AZ2204, and the finish is, I think it's ice blue metallic, and it's really cool. There's kind of sparkle stuff happening here, and it's kind of understated, but everything about this guitar is super high quality and kind of pro level, for lack of a better term. So let's get into the specs. The body is made out of alder. The neck is beautiful roasted maple. They are using something they call S-Tech, S, letter S and Tech. Yes, you can make some stupid jokes about it. Henning does that, but you get the idea. S-Tech neck. And on the Prestige series, they are using something kind of more advanced, I guess, than on the Premium series. And by the way, this guitar is made in Japan, as the Premium series are made in Indonesia. And basically this is kind of the top of the line neck that they do. The fact that the guitar has a roasted maple neck and roasted maple fingerboard means that it should be super stable, even if you live in places like Finland, where the temperature can be anything from minus 35 Celsius to plus 35 Celsius. And there's huge change in the humidity as well. And most of the guitars I've ever owned go through this 1 year or even 2 year cycle, where they usually need fret work a couple of times, and the wood just kind of moves and kind of lives, for lack of a better term. But these should handle that really well. Plus, they also say that this advanced version of S-Tech, or just the neck being roasted, should increase the sustain as well. And I can confirm this instrument is just ridiculous. Let's see how much the room microphone picks up. This is highly unscientific, but just want to demonstrate that even without this thing being plugged in, it just resonates really well. Something that I mentioned in the TGU video of the Ibanez AZ already, this is one of the most comfortable necks I've played. I have pretty short fingers and kind of big palm, I guess, and because of that, some of the guitar necks just really don't work with my hand. I've actually had to sell at least one guitar where the neck was shaped in such a way that my hand started hurting somewhere over here after playing for an extensive time. But this is kind of the exact opposite. I just don't think about it. It just kind of follows the way I want this guitar to play. I don't know how to explain it. It's super smooth. Let's put it that way. And moving on with the specs, 4 bolts. Let's hope the guitar cam will focus. 4 bolts, this kind of easy access cutaway. At least I don't have any issues accessing the 22nd fret. But then on the other hand, I'm used to a Tele and a kind of Les Paul type, so what do I know? Goto locking tuners, and these are really cool. When you insert the string, you just start tightening it up and it will kind of lock itself automatically. Really nice. The neck also has these lumen inlays, meaning they will glow in the dark and you will be able to see what you are playing or where you should be playing, let's put it that way. The frets on this guitar are made out of stainless steel, and they are really well made. They're super smooth. They're kind of jumbo wide frets, And not only that, but the edges of the fretboard have been rolled as well, and it's just a super smooth playing experience. Again, this guitar retails for around 1800 euros or so, so those are the kind of things you would expect from Ibanez in that price range. The tremolo is Goto T1802, something apparently it's specifically made for these guitars, and it's just super smooth. I like how the tremolo arm works. It's really easy to detach it and then put it back in if you need to, and you kind of can adjust it to be just the exact amount of kind of rotation here, or you can make it stay here permanently, and it's just super smooth both ways. No kind of I don't know what's the word, but it doesn't like wobble here. It immediately moves the tremolo back and forth. Just a really good tremolo, and based on the few days I've had this guitar, it stays in tune also really well. The pickups for this guitar are custom made by Seymour Duncan. I think they're called Hyperion, and this is the HSS model. They also produce the HH model. Not only it has a 5-way switch, but there's also a switch over here which unlocks 5 more sounds. Well, on this guitar it actually unlocks 4 more sounds, and I'm going to show you a graphic on the screen when we get to the demo, and I'll demo all the pickup positions and explain what they do. One really cool design feature is this input jack, and basically if you step on your cable while playing, you will not unplug the guitar, and it's just a really clever way of doing it. The guitar also comes with this awesome case. Let's see if I can show what's inside. I hope I can. Like this. It's I'd call this a deluxe case, for lack of a better term. I'm trying to have my head here so you can hear me. And not only this is a really well and strongly molded case, there's the manual, but this pouch compartment thing contains the Ibanez multi-tool, which is really cool. That's a really useful thing to have, and it's really cool that it ships with that. But yeah, basically a super well-made roadworthy case, as you would expect with a guitar in this price range. Everything about this guitar kind of screams pro-level player design or something like that. And they indeed go to guys like Martin Miller and Tom Quayle, and kind of took the things those guys mentioned and put all of that into these, and it shows. Alright, let me take you through all of the pickup switches and explain what they do, because there's I don't know the math, 9 different sounds. Yes, that's how much it is. We're going from the guitar into my pedal board, which has some overdrives and modulation effects. I'll explain what's going on when I go to them. From there to Rolltone Junior, the cleanish Fenderish amp, 2-Not Torpedo Live, and I am using Rev 4x12, the closed back one. And right now I have my Calan Pure Sky overdrive on, some delay from Nemesis Delay by Source Audio, and a little bit of reverb from Nux Atlantic. Sounds like this on the bridge pickup, kind of semi-clean sound. So with the Dyna switch, I think they're calling that, or Alta switch, depends on what graphic I look. It has a slightly different name. Let's call it the Alta switch for lack of a better word. But now when it's turned off in this position and we are just the bridge humbucker, if I go to pickup position number 1, it's this coil and the middle pickup. In the middle pickup position, it's just the middle pickup. In this position, it's kind of a classic Strat thing, so basically these two. and then just the neck pickup. Then we go back to the bridge humbucker and flip the switch, and now we are on the alto mode, for lack of a better term. On the HSS models, it's configured so that no matter in which position this switch is, this microphone selection is always just the bridge humbucker, which is kind of really convenient because you can go to whatever sound to play it, and then you can always default to the bridge pickup. At least I like it a lot. Then with the alto switch on, this pickup selection or pickup selector position is this coil only. So it kind of allows you to have a single coil bridge sound, which is really cool. Then we go to the third position on the pickup switch, and here it gets a bit complicated. It's the full humbucker plus both of these single coils in kind of series connected. I'm not 100% sure how that wiring works, but here's how it sounds. Then the fourth pickup position is this coil from the bridge pickup and the neck pickup together, and sounds like this. And the last pickup position with the alto switch on are these two pickups in kind of series connected. Again, I'm not 100% sure how that works. Somebody please explain it to me in the comments. Let me quickly browse through all of these alternate settings. So the bridge pickup. So a lot of sounds available, and all of them are really useful, and this is a great guitar for cover gigs or studio sessions or anything like that, where you can just grab one guitar and get kind of tele-ish and strat-ish sounds without any of those being actually those sounds, but get you in the ballpark, and many times that's more than enough. Obviously this guitar is super versatile, so I thought let's just try some different music styles. Take the delay off, and let's go to this mic position, which would be good for I still don't know how to play funk, but I try. Then we kind of heard this already, but it can do rock stuff, and if we engage the orange getaway drive as well, we'll get a really thick rock sound. Let's try this kind of sound, more kind of blues sound. Again, I'm using these two because they just sound good. Works for that as well. The half of the bridge pickup and the middle pickup is also something I really like to use. It just sounds really good. Something that Dan from Ibanez mentioned when he demonstrated these guitars to me or told me about them is that they kind of wanted to make these super versatile, so the pickups should do heavier stuff as well. I have a Rev G3 on the floor. Clean sound. No, not that. No, I'm not going to play that. So I probably think that if you were more into metal or the kind of shred thing, you might want to get the HH version, aka 2 humbucker version, that actually offers 10 different sounds with the alto switch. But for me, the HSS is exactly what I want because I just love the in-between sounds and the neck pickup sound and just use that stuff a lot in my playing. So if it's not obvious to you by now, I really like this guitar and I will have hard time taking it back to Tampere Musiikki, who are still awesome, allowing me to just grab anything off the shelf and demo it. And once again, if you shop there, please use the code or mention Catpick Studios for free gifts, special deals, and so on. There's something about this guitar that just feels super comfortable from the first minute I pick it up. The way it's kind of shaped, the way the neck is, the frets are and everything, they just make me play a little bit better. I'm just noticing that I'm able to execute more complex stuff technically than I can on my other guitars. Those also need some setup, but it's not only that. Something that I mention every now and then is the fact that I really love super low output pickups, but these actually work pretty fine for me, even though they are kind of medium output. Obviously, I can also adjust the kind of output of them a little bit by lowering them, but it's not exactly the same as having a pickup which just has less wire on it. But that's maybe one thing that I'm not like 100% liking, but that's just a personal thing. Then the other thing is that this guitar doesn't come in that many finishes. There's this blue ice metallic finish, then there's a one with a maple top, which is actually significantly more expensive. This is how much it is right now at Thomann compared to this. But both are kind of blue and pretty good looking, but if you want anything else, sunburst or something even a bit more flashy, there's nothing in the prestige range right now, which is kind of weird. I know Ibanez has this habit of releasing kind of limited runs of these kind of guitars, and I've seen many of the limited finishes on Instagram, for example, but those seem to sell out even before they hit the stores, so you might have a hard time finding any of these. But as I mentioned, I will have hard time returning this to a store. It just complements my playing really well, and I feel this guitar would be a great companion to the other two guitars I have, plus the Jazzmaster I'm building. So we'll see, maybe one of these will find its way to my place at some point. That concludes my video on the Ibanez AZ Prestige. If you want to know more about these guitars or get yourself one, please follow the links below in the description. I also strongly recommend for you to check out the elevated jam tracks. They are just freaking amazing. I just bought all of the jam tracks, like plus 300 of them, and they're just so good. I'm going to have so much fun, and you'll be seeing those tracks or me jamming to those tracks more in the future. If you found this video useful, helpful, entertaining, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. Thanks for watching. I shall see you next time.